This is an audio version of the booklet Keep Warm, Keep Well, produced as a joint venture by Age Concerns, Neighbourhood Energy Action, Department of Health and Social Security, and the Welsh Office. Recorded by Talking Newspaper Enterprises Limited of Heathleaf, East Sussex. The contents are keeping yourself warm, tips on eating well, keeping active, dressing warmly and staying warm. Keeping your home warmer, grassy heating efficiently helps to make your home warmer with grass or fibre. Paying helps special
Hello, welcome to the week ending Wednesday the 20th of March. I'm Lynn Blake, this week's editor, and I'll be reading together with Alison Ireland, Monica Ivy and Alan Mitchell. Our engineer for this session is Pat Davison, and here's Alison with our first story.
Keep warm, keep well this winter.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Keeping warm is a vital part of keeping yourself well in winter. This is especially true for those who may be particularly vulnerable, such as elderly people, people with chronic illness, or young children.
Rigid paper products
This cassette has been produced
when he
to help
became
you help
trapped in a
yourself
press
and tells
between
you
two
where you can
rows.
get the advice you need.
He was due to undergo
Amongst other
further
things,
surgery
the
at
food
St
you
James's
eat, the
Hospital
clothes
in
you
Leeds.
wear, and the way you heat your home are very
It is
important.
understood that workmates
There are
released
methods
him
of
from the
paying your
rollers
fuel
more
bills
than 3
which make it
metres
much
above
easier to
ground.
manage your budget. You may be able to get
Firefighters
grants
and
for dog
paramedics
food
then
and
arrived on the scene
ventilation.
and treated Mr.
Also,
Thieker
there
while
are
he was
various
still inside the
organisations
machine.
which can provide you with sound,
Mr.
practical
Thieker,
advice
fighting
locally.
dry Rickle, was
If
rushed
you
to
need
York
more
District
information or
Hospital and
advice
later
for
transferred
yourself
to St
or on
James's
behalf of a
Hospital.
neighbour or a friend,
His
ring
family, who
the
said they were not
Winter
sure
Warmth
yet what
line,
happened,
which is free,
were still in a state of shock.
0800 289
Mr. Thieker's condition was
404.
described as
And for deaf people with text-only
Derek
Miniton,
Cowgill,
free
Deputy Managing
on
Director of
0800
Education,
26
absolutely
96
horrendous and was
26.
still reeling from the shock.
Key points on
The
keeping
accident
warm.
happened at about 5:30.
Make sure you have some hot food and drink every
The
day.
factory inspector carried out an
Exercise
investigation
every
immediately
day.
after.
Wrap up warmly before
The
going out,
inspector
no matter
then
how
gave
short the
instruction
trip.
to restart the machine.
Always wear gloves and a hat,
Health and
cap
safety
or
executive
headscarf
officials
outdoors.
continued the investigation this
Keep
week.
warm in bed at night.
Mr. Cargill said that
One
Mr.
room
Thieker was a
is
very
easy to
experienced
get
machine
for
operator. He was in
Make sure
charge
your
of the crew
home
on
is
the
well
wheel machine,
insulated.
which made paper from
Problems,
recycled waste.
fuel bills or
He said Mr. Thieker has been with us
Need
about
help
14
straight
years
away.
and has been on that machine since we installed it in 1989. He said they didn't know at this point why Mr.
Keeping
Thieker
yourself
didn't
warm.
start the machine. They were
Food
still
is
waiting
fuel.
to eat it.
The right food and drink are
Mr.
vitally
Cargill said
important
they
to
worked very
keeping you warm and
strictly
healthy in the long winter months.
Rigid
During
paper
cold
products
weather,
produce
hot
recycled
meals and
paper
plenty of hot
and
drinks
first
will make
moved
you
to
feel
the
warmer
sites in
inside.
1988.
Have at least
They're
one
one of the
proper
town's
meal a
major
day.
employers.
If possible,
The
this should be
280
hot
strong
food. Eat plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables when you can. Remember that bread, milk, meat, eggs, potatoes, peas and beans,
Good Samaritan
baked
Bill
beans,
is
are
sought by a
good sources of
family
protein,
rescued
energy
after
and
their car
vitamins.
crash. A mystery man
A
has
warm
been held
drink
at
before
Nigel
going to
Road
bed may help to
after
keep
coming to
you
the aid of
warm.
the stranded
Also,
man
it might be a good idea to keep a
Then night
vacuum
saw them
flask
alone
filled with a
on
hot
quiet
drink
country road
by your
until
bedside
their saviour
in case you
appeared
wake
out
up
of
in
the
the
night.
night feeling cold.
The selfless motorist
Keeping
scrapped an
active.
important engagement
As we get
ferried the
older,
family to
our bodies are not as
hospital
good at
returning
keeping
them
warm as they
safely
used
home.
to be. Circulation
Search is now on
problems,
to find
arthritis,
him, thank you.
other medical conditions,
We were
or
all
a poor
shaken up.
appetite
I
can
don't
make
know
this
what we would have
worse.
done if it hadn't been for his
When you
kindness,
move around or
said
take
Carl,
any form of
man
exercise,
Gene
extra
Wall,
heat is
who
produced
was
inside
accompanied
your
at the
body.
time
So
by
any
Jeanette's
activity of this
Wayne
kind,
Nye,
no matter
and
how
11-year-old
leisurely,
Philip.
will help to keep you
What
warm.
is known about him,
This is
apart from
why
his
it
first
is so
name,
very
is
important
that
to
he is
keep
a
on the
Lancastrian
move.
who has lived in
Don't stay sitting down for
for
long
11 years.
periods without getting
He
up
has a
and
wife
moving
and two
about.
sons, Both
Try
living
to
at home.
space out any
Youngest
jobs
of
you
which
have
is
to do
21.
so that you can alternate resting
Aged about
times with
55,
activity.
he sports a Bobby Charlton haircut.
Very cold or icy
He is a
weather,
Selby
it is better to
coalfield
take
worker.
some form of
He was
indoor
driving to attend a
exercise
Sheffield
rather than going
workshop staff
outdoors.
reunion when he
Even
came
walking up
across
and down
their
stairs
crashed
can
car.
help keep you warm.
The vehicle left the road along the dark diversion near Rawcliffe Bridge.
To try to
Jean was on
exercise
the way
your
to
arms and
visit her
legs.
husband Brian
Moving your
from the
hands
Doncaster
and feet in
hospital,
particular
where he had
stimulates
undergone
the
surgery.
circulation.
Bill not only took
Wrapping
them
up
there,
warmly
but returned along the
when
same
you go
route
out.
so they could inspect the
Never
car,
underestimate
whose
just how
wishbone was
cold it
damaged,
can be
and I've given
outside.
on very good
If you have
authority
to go
that's
out
part
in
of
very
suspension.
cold weather, put on
There they
gloves or
reported the
mittens
accident
to
to
cover your
police,
head,
who were at the
and
scene of
wear
another
warm
smash along
underwear
on the
and
stretch.
several light layers of clothing
We would have had to
under your
walk
coat.
goodness knows how far to
Always
help
wear a
out G with
cap,
low
hat
scooter.
or
He was
headscarf
truly a
outside,
knight of the road.
as a very large proportion of your body heat
Hello,
is lost
this is
through
Alan.
the top of the head.
Anger in Selby,
Windy as well as
male
cold.
nerve
Remember to wear a
decision.
scarf
Selby's
tucked
main post
inside your
office
coat
is to
collar
be
as well.
relocated despite strong
Some items of
opposition
warm
from residents
clothing,
and
like
traders.
long underwear,
Post
may not
office
seem
counters
very
limited
fashionable
announced
today,
it was
but
going
they
ahead.
can be very
Controversial
effective
plans
and are
to
an
establish a new
inexpensive
post
way of
office
keeping
in a
yourself
more
warm.
central location.
It is also
company's head of
important to wear
retail
strong,
network,
warm shoes
Harry,
or boots
said
when
they
you
had
go
reached their
outside.
decision following
A warm
lengthy
insole
public
can be added
consultation
to
exercise.
insulate your feet
They
against
would now
cold
place
ground
ahead
underfoot.
research for
And
a
if your
retail
boots are roomy enough,
partner to
you
operate
can
post
put on an
office
extra pair of
services
socks
at
as
another
well.
site in Selby.
When you're
They said they
indoors,
had received a number of comments from
several
customers
layers
and
of
other
clothing,
interested
rather
groups
than
whose
just
main
one
concern
very thick
was the
layer,
effect on
would keep
nearby
you warm during the
retailers
day
if the post
by
office
trapping
were to
warm air
be
between them.
relocated. He
Wearing a
said,
long
whilst we
sleeved
understand
vest
this
or t-shirt
concern,
under
we
your normal
must
clothes
operate cost
will make you
effectively.
feel much warmer
Any
than if you
savings we
only
can
add
make by
heavy layers on
reducing our
top.
direct operating
Leg
costs
warmers are a
can be
cheap
ploughed
and
back into
useful way of
maintaining our
keeping warm.
nationwide network of
Even quite a
20,000
thin,
post offices.
silky scarf or
He added,
neckerchief
we haven't
wrapped around your
identified a
neck
specific
inside your
retailer
collar
or
would
location in
help
Selby
keep
at this
cold drafts
stage,
away.
but we will be looking for a partner who
Wearing
can provide
formal
premises
underwear or
in a
warm
central
nightwear
and
with
convenient
bed socks and a
location
nightcap
and meet
or
our
a
high
headscarf
standards
around
of
your head
service.
will also help
The
to keep
decision
you
came
warm in
under
bed
fire
at
from
night.
Labour's candidate for Selby, John
Generally,
Rowan.
clothes
He
made from
described the
natural
consultation
fibres,
process
such
as
as
a complete
wool,
sham.
cotton or silk, will
Mr.
keep you
Grogan
warmer
said,
than
I
clothes
challenge the
made from
post office to
synthetic
give the
fibres.
press access
However,
to all
there
the
are now
comments that have
synthetic
been made
fibres
about
on the
this
market
and to publish
which are
all the
specifically
material they had.
designed.
There is a great deal of anger and resentment in the town.
Staying warm indoors.
Traders in the Micklegate area of the
Hot
town
water
who rely on
bottles
the
can keep you warm
custom
at any
passing
time of the
post
day
office
or
users
night.
fear that
Rubber
their
hot
businesses
water
could go
bottles
bust
should be
if the
filled with
post
water
office
that
is
is not
moved from
too
its
hot
Wide Street
and should be
site.
covered to avoid any
Selby
risk
Town
of
and District
storms,
Councillor
release
Steve
of
Shorewright said
Never
the
use
number
a
of
hot
people
water
who
bottle and
requested
an
the
electric
post
blanket
office be
together,
left where it
as this is
is
extreme
appear to have been
and
disregarded.
could give you an
They
electric
have treated the
shock.
people of Selby
Other
with
electric
contempt.
heating products are
The
available.
Mayor of Selby is boycotting
Check
the
in
town's
electrical
post
goods
office.
shops or
Councillor
in your
Steve
local
Davis said it
electricity
was his
showroom.
gut reaction to the news that Post Office Counters
Temperatures can
Limited
feel
were
very
going
low
ahead
during the night,
with
so
controversial
some form
relocation
of heating in the
plans
room where you
despite
sleep
fierce
is advisable.
opposition. Councillor
Sure,
Davis
you follow the
said, this is a
manufacturer's
decision that
safety
no one in
instructions.
Selby was happy with.
A wall thermometer
I'm
may
speaking
be
as a post office user myself,
Remember,
and if they
if
can't
your
take any
head,
notice of the
ears,
outcry in
hands and
Selby,
feet are
I
well
feel I'm going to use their
you will
service
find
as
you
little as
feel much
possible.
warmer all
And I
over.
encourage any other customers who feel the
In
same
very
way
cold
to
weather,
join
it
me.
might be worth living and sleeping in the same
This
room.
story is about the
so that
archers
you
of
only
Selby,
need to keep
not
on
the
your
archers of
own.
Ambridge.
A
A team of archers from Selby hit the bullseye at the 1996 Yorkshire
Avoid
Championship.
sleeping overnight in an
Selby
easy
Archery
chair,
Club
which
Vice
is much
Captain
better than
Leslie
having a
Lyme
daily
of Brayton
routine.
walked away from the
Even if
competition
you
in
live and
Rotherham
sleep in
as
the
Lady
same room,
Champion.
try to
It's
stay
the second
active.
time she's won the title,
Some
although on the first
electricity
occasion she
suppliers
tied with
operate
somebody else.
budget warmth schemes
Fellow club member
designed
Nick
to
Williams
guarantee
won the
one
men's
warm
section
room.
for the second year running.
Ask at your local
The pair
electricity
proved their
showroom or
talents
office
to win the
details.
senior recurve team
Staff at your
category,
local gas
also for the
station
second
can
year in
give
a row.
advice on appropriate
The 22-strong
low-cost gas
team from
heating.
Selby was competing against archers from more than 50 clubs from all over Yorkshire and scored highly in the senior, junior, individual and group rounds.
This section
Matthew
sets
Yaxley
out
came
how you
second
can
in the under-16 boys section, and Sam Clayton came first in the under-16 girls. They also joined forces to win the junior recurve team event it. Selby Archery Club, which currently has about 70 members, is based at the rugby complex on Sandhill Lane. Leslie said, "We used to shoot in an old knitting hut, but last year, with money we got from the lottery, from the Sports Foundation and Selby District Council, we built another shooting range."
Pupils near Selby stepped back in time to see what life was like in a Victorian school. Staff and children at Wistow School dressed up in authentic costumes for their copywriting and tables lessons in the original Victorian school building. Community Affairs Officer P.C. John Waddell from Selby took on the role of Victorian policeman and marched the pupils around the playground. Even school dinners had a taste of the past, and packed lunches were wrapped in paper and tied up with string. Head teacher Catherine Tissman said, "Everyone really enjoyed the day. I think children learn more by experiencing life as it was than by just reading about it in books." The staff were all in character from the moment the children arrived. They were stricter than usual, like teachers in Victorian times would be.
Selby date for singers. The Doncaster Wheatsheaf Singers will soon be singing for pleasure in Selby. The renowned group will present a concert of popular music at Selby High School on Saturday, March the 23rd, starting at 7:30 p.m. Tickets at £4 each, including refreshments, are available from Abbey Travel, New Lane, Selby, or by phoning 01757 213413. All proceeds will go towards development of the Selby District Scout campsite, Barlow Common. And here's news of something else in Selby. The Snakes and Selby Methodist Circuit Youth I Steadfast is in Selby Methodist Church from March the 25th to March the 30th. And there's also to be a spring fair in the town. Selby Senior Physically Handicapped and Able-Bodied Group, FAB. Their spring fair is on Saturday, March the 30th, from 10 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock, and it's to be held in the Salvation Army headquarters, Park Street. Stalls will include cakes, nearly new, assorted crafts, white elephant, tombola, and refreshment. Admission is free.
More information.
Andrea Broadway Parkinson, the 26-year-old British number 2, faces a race against time in order to be fit enough to be considered for Britain's wheelchair tennis team for the Paralympics in Atlanta from August the 16th to the 27th. From Esclick, New York, the world rank number 13 is having treatment for a troublesome injury to her right wrist, which cut short her entry into recent Australian and New Zealand tournaments. Andrea reached the quarter-finals of the Sydney Summer Open before losing to Orestel Mars of France, the world number 6. She partnered Sharon Clark of the USA to reach the semi-final of the doubles. She then competed in the Ford Australian Open in Melbourne and reached the last 16 before losing to Sharon Clark, number 10 in the world. However, she was being increasingly troubled by her wrist injury, and although she had daily treatment, she had to drop out of the World Team Cup, also in Melbourne, after playing one match against Japan.
You can lose a lot of
Andrea lost her singles, but the team won 2-1 and went on to finish fourth behind Holland, the United States and France. She then went to New Zealand but was unable to play there. I'm seeing a specialist shortly, and I just have to keep my fingers crossed that I will soon recover. No one seems to know what exactly is wrong at the moment.
Seal gaps in window frames, between window frames and walls, and between the frame and the opening parts of each window.
Winner of the Selby Writers' Annual Club competition was Charmaine McClure of Hemingbrough, who was presented with a trophy by Selby Times editor Mike Edwards. Mrs. McClure, who moved to the area from London 6 years ago, heard the news of her success when she returned from a trip to America. It was very exciting, she said of the award. Entitled When the Dust Settles, Mrs. McClure's 500-word winning story focuses on a terrorist with a conscience and was inspired by her connections with Northern Ireland, as well as the recent attempts to
remember not to cover radiators which are
a former full-time physiotherapist at York District Hospital, Mrs. McClure has been a member of the Selby Writers' Circle for 6 months. You meet a lot of interesting people there, she says, adding that her poetry, story, her writing would eventually be published. The local writers at Smackles meets every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on the Scott Road Community Centre.